Flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
And we are live for show number 134. Just Adrian and I today. Renika should be back next week. How's it going, everyone? Ready to get the rock and rolling. We missed last week, so we're back. So what up, Instagram? You all see what the others don't see. You see the green screen or whatever, but it's cool. Y'all know what it is. All right, so we'll send it over to AP.
I Trap Houses says thanks for the interview. He's on Instagram.
Oh yeah. Carlton out of West Palm Beach. He in Georgette, aka GG buys houses, and I Trap Houses on Instagram.
I Trap Houses. I like that. Well, welcome, guys. And this time of uncertainty, one thing that is for certain is that we're here for you on Thursdays. This is the place where you can ask your questions in regards to wholesaling real estate, and the wonderful Ty will answer. So good evening to everyone. Thanks for joining us. As Ty mentions, this is show number 134. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, pretty much all the social media platforms. So giving people a little bit longer to chime in.
I didn't throw the number up though. Boom, there we go.
Oh gosh, really?
Oh, I forgot to turn it on.
Okay. So just doing some shout outs. I see Kim, Millionaire Male, Tracy Toucher, Lambert, Eric Garcia, Bridget, Darnell, Lamont, Cole 113, and Gustavo. I see you, and thanks for joining us. Mike Fox, Ferna, Garda. Let's see here. This is from Instagram. Sparky. Not going to try to pronounce all of these. Home Saver Real Estate. Sonata, Gigi buys Florida. I think that went with iTrap. Malik, and Wayne Reality. Go ahead and start posting your questions, guys. We're going to have that number available on the screen, just like we've tried for the last few. Ooh, you spelled Carl wrong.
Yeah, I didn't spell it wrong. My graphics guy spelled it wrong. But we'll take it.
Okay.
We'll roll with it.
Instagram, if you can hear me loud and clear, that number is 205-386-0035. Again, that number is 205-386-0035. I'm just going to jump. Wait a minute. You know what? I was just going to read that. Then I realized who it's from. Wanted to know why I wasn't quarantined off of the show. Not funny at all. I'm here. Whatever. It's El Hodge. Starting way early. Okay. Nicholas Rivera says, checking in from Ground Zero, San Francisco. Cali. Hey, to work people. Prosperity hides genius. Adversity reveals it. Love it. Love it. Crizia from Texas. And let's see here. Bridget Hereford has a question. I'm going to go ahead and throw that up on the screen. And it's with everything going on, do you think this is a good time to jump in and get knee deep?
Well, I just released a video. Today from yesterday with Jamil and Pace, and we sort of went into it. Now, we're not future tellers, but fortune tellers. I said future tellers.
Same thing.
Fortune tellers. And well, the way I look at it, I don't know, but people are saying we're going to go into this session and all this stuff. Yeah, something was going to happen, but as I knew it wasn't going to be what happened before, right? This is totally not real estate related, but real estate may be the huge benefactor because the stock market is getting killed, and investors that invest heavily there are going to want to put their money somewhere else. And normally the place they run to is real estate because it's backed by actually something. When you've invested in the stock market, in reality, it's just like gambling. In reality, you just may have a little bit more data to work with than you do sitting at a blackjack table. But in reality, you're gambling. So with real estate, you do have a tangible asset that you can tie it to with the value. So I can only see us benefiting greatly. Load up.
All right.
But we go into more detail in that particular video is available now. You can see it in the background here. with all the beautiful colors of the coronavirus. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Amit from Instagram wants to know: do you concern yourself of being in the hot market, or do you just execute the strategy with consistency? So that's almost like that oversaturation type question. So is your market too hot?
I don't know if you can get too hot. I don't know if that's possible. It's just going to be opportunity. I look at it in the sense that how many, how large of a population are you dealing with, and the numbers will just take over from there. That's the way I view it. It's just more opportunity. You have to let people know you exist.
All right. Mike Jackson has a wonderful point there. He says during the Great Depression, millionaires were made
That's
in
right.
real estate. So go get it. That's right. Um, Candy from Facebook. Let's see here. It has a multi-unit for sale, $5,000 with a quick claim, and back taxes on monthly payments about $5,000. Going to view it Saturday. I want to buy and hold it. What do you think?
If you're comfortable with a quit claim, because a quit claim that doesn't ensure that they own it. If you're comfortable with that, I would do a title search, and the title company is going to highly recommend you going through the normal closing process. But if you're comfortable with it, that's the only person that it has to matter to.
Okay. Tavares Coffee says, would you still use bandit signs at this time? Looking at the more legal side of it, the city may look at it more closely like predators, or maybe they think it would help.
What do you mean? They've always been around, and it's so ironic they use bandit signs when it's time for you to vote for them. Isn't that strange?
That gets the attention.
They
It
still
works.
work, man, if done correctly.
Mhm. I think his question was more like predators, as in taking advantage of what's going on right now.
Oh
That they'll be
no,
looking more
man.
closely
No,
at it.
we ain't. You're not twisting somebody's arm or anything. That if they put a for sale sign on a car and you buy it,
Hmm.
are you taking advantage of it? Or you put signs that say we buy cars?
You know.
No, man. No, it's America, man. It's capitalism. Your situation may dictate that you sell something cheaper than what you want, but that's not me taking advantage of you. I'm not
Gosh.
making you do it. When I take advantage of it, I physically force you into something, in my opinion. Now, some people can be swindled out of stuff, don't get me wrong, but for what we're doing, no.
Okay. Shaq Smith from West Side D Town. What up? I see you. Thanks for joining us, along with Candy, the real D Money, Jay Hudson, and Shaq's, well, I just said Shaq, Deshante McNeil. Don't forget, guys, you can go ahead and call in. The line is open. That gives you the opportunity to ask your questions live right here with us on this Thursday night. Let's see here. Jay Hudson says, are banks that accept your bid on a short sale making you, the wholesaler, buy the house and hold on to it for a period of time before you can sell the house to a buyer?
No, no, no. That's the bank can't make. They don't care what you do with it. Once you purchase it.
All right. Having our
That might be a
first call
mistake.
tonight. Go ahead and tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, everybody! This is Nicholas from San Francisco Bay Area. How you guys doing?
Well, thank you. What's your question?
Yeah. So I want to know, and I know this could be very hyper local to your market. We talk about the traditional locking up the property for 70%, but with these uncertain times, should we be going to like 55, 60%? Minus repairs. At this time, I'm just curious what you guys think about locking up properties.
We're so early in the stage of this, man. It's like you know, again, as I said before, again, I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller or future teller, but with the way the stock market has performed, I'm just assuming that a lot of investors, the reason they're taking their money out, the number one, cut losses, but they normally still like to make money. So real estate is normally the natural marriage for individuals that play in that world. They bring it over to real estate because it's more of a secure investment in most cases. So I think it only is going to, the values are going to even go up more or whatever, as far as the number of buyers out there, cash buyers that want to play in that field. Now, I may be wrong again, but that's just what the way I see it right now. So don't say the flip man said this is what to do. I'm just telling you what I think. I have no idea. If I knew what was going to happen, I'd be in another business and a billionaire somewhere on an island, where probably no code.
Yep, that thing.
19, C19, COVID-19.
Thank you, Nicholas, for giving us a call.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bye-bye. All right, so now what I think, not to make that the total focus, and everybody, I understand that everyone has concerns and what to do now, or if it's going to make a difference in the wholesaling business. But Wayne Reality on Instagram wants to know, what list should you target during this time? Are you changing your target market or your focus?
Not at this point. Again, it's not just too soon, in my opinion, to do anything but sit and wait. And now you want to be marketing as you probably normally have done or were going to do, but you definitely need to be in the game, because I just can't see it not being some opportunities out there. It just is what it is. Some people are going to get hit a lot harder than others in this or whatever. So you definitely want to be in the position to take advantage of those opportunities. The only way I know how to say it.
Yep. So Ed Antonio, can you count wholesaling as a form of self-employment? Absolutely, correct.
Hey, yes. It's a business.
It's a business.
Yeah.
Well,
make a lot of money. A lot of money. One payday can be more than most people make in a year.
Yeah.
Well, yes, that's a serious business.
Okay.
Yes.
Ty, the question is, how would you do repair estimates on $1 million homes? Does the formula change? I know you have to
that's going to change, and I don't know what the number is. I know if I was guessing on $1 million home or whatever, because the countertop you put into even a $500,000 home going to probably be different than when you put in $1 million a little bit or whatever. So you probably go from maybe $40 a square foot to maybe $60 or $70 a square foot or whatever. So just because of some of the amenities that will cost more, but it shouldn't be that much difference.
Okay. Let's see here. Ronell, if you have a question that you need answered, either call us or just post it right here, and I'll be sure to try to get to it to ask your question. Romeo May, I'm not sure if this question has been asked. I should have read it first. Is this a good time to get into real estate? I think the answer is just going to be yes. Why not?
Yeah. It's always a good time to get into real estate. At the end of the day, it's always a good time, because the houses are not free, or just real estate is not free. So they're going to be transactions, because people are either going to be renting or they're going to be buying. So there's going to be opportunity. That means transactions. That means opportunities. So boom. Now, right now, again, who knows what's going to happen? I'm just telling you, get in the game. Get in the game.
Okay. Ronell, so you have a question that I think we tackle most times, but it's in regards to attorneys, and why would an attorney tell an agent that wholesaling is illegal? And he's in Rochester, New York.
Because
I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
They don't know about it.
They don't know about it. So if they don't know about it, they just automatically assume it's illegal. No, the answer should be, so no, I never heard of that before. Maybe I should check into that. Just don't automatically say it's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
That's
wholesaling happens every day. Almost every single product you buy in any store has been wholesaled in some form or fashion. So why wouldn't it apply to real estate?
Real estate is not immune to it. So
it's the same. So just think of it in that perspective. There's nothing that you have bought. Well, I'm gonna say nothing loosely, but very unlikely that most of the items that you buy it directly from the manufacturer. You buy it from a second party, maybe even a third party in between there. Therefore, it has been wholesale. You're not paying the manufacturer price. So let's see here. Still going. I see you guys. Whew, the crowd is slim tonight. If you ever wanted to ask your question, now's the time. The hotline is most definitely still open. No one's calling. You are pressing, asking questions.
All right, well.
They should do so.
All right, well, it is what it is.
I'm here. Okay, so
You like that one?
I do. Okay, if you have not noticed, guys, I know on Instagram you see the actual green screen of sorts back there, but on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, you see Ty fidgeting and playing with the backgrounds there. And now we're sitting in the living room of our
I don't know what it is.
It's our summer home.
Yeah.
Yes, summer home. We're going to call it that. Yep. Okay, let's see here. Ray Cash wants to know, should I be discouraged of getting deals when seeing a lot of bandit signs in my area? Now, typically say if the signs are there and they're staying up.
If you see them, that's a good thing. You should be cheesing like a cheetah because that means, and I'm assuming in most cases, those guys are not wasting their time or money, right? Because they're generating leads, which normally means they're making money. So most definitely.
Okay. GGJ, welcome and hello to you as well. For you guys, I'm just going to say that number one more time. It's 205-386-0035. You got questions, go ahead and call us now. You can ask those questions live and get them answered with Ty, the Flip Man. Again, that number is 205-386-0035.
Yes.
BJ Johnson says, I see you have a lot of websites.
Understatement.
Understatement, BJ. But he wants to know, where do you go to create them and what do you pay for hosting services, give or take?
Well, I don't, I have a guy that does it for me that I found on, I think Upwork, upwork.com, UPWORK, Upwork.
Yeah.
You can find some people on Fiverr too, I guess, FIVERR.com or whatever. Normally you can get them done really quick. Now, some of the sites that I have, I use ClickFunnels. So those are pretty simple to put together. In most cases, a lot of tutorials out there on them. So it just depends on what site it is. Like Dealulator.com, that's a built site. It started out as a ClickFunnels site. What else do I have? Skip to Flip is ClickFunnels. Mail to Flip is ClickFunnels. Flipman.net is ClickFunnels. Who else? What else I got? Dogcheap.com is ClickFunnels. RealPOF.com is ClickFunnels. FundMyNextDeal.com is ClickFunnels. Wow. Ooh. PrivateMoneyList.com.net, whatever it is, ClickFunnels. Mm-hmm. So you get where I'm going. Mm-hmm. So the website is easy to get up for the most part. And then all my seller sites now, those are built sites. I have cashbuyer.com, cash with a K, cashbuyers.com, cash with a K, iCloseFast.com, iCloseFast.com, and then ROIdeals.com. That's my commercial website. So all of those are built sites.
Hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah, I got a lot of them. Man.
You got a lot of them, a whole lot.
Hopefully making some money.
Mm-hmm. Hey, thank you for calling in. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Rocky Watson. I'm out of Seymour, Tennessee.
Hello, Mr. Watson out of Tennessee. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Okay, what's your question?
So my question is, what strategy
what thing down in the back there?
Market raw land when you're wholesaling?
Okay, go ahead and cut your your volume down on the video in the background. But I think your question was in regards to how do you market land?
Yeah, how do you wholesale raw land? I have 46 and a half acres of lakefront property. And just what strategy would Flipman use to market or wholesale raw land?
Well, I'm assuming there's other properties with actual structures on them in that area. Or
Yes,
there's
sir, it is.
okay, I would start right there with those people that own those properties. That's where I would start. Number one. All right. So I would get a list of those individuals and reach out to them by phone and or mail. And then whatever county or location is located in and whatever neighboring counties, I would post in those Facebook groups, real estate investing. All right. I would actually probably post something. If you don't think the owner's too internet savvy, I would post on Facebook Marketplace, definitely on LinkedIn and LinkedIn groups. But then on the flip side of that, now I would reach out to wholesalers online that advertise on Google, and you just put in "sell my house fast." I know, even though you're trying to sell land or whatever, and then I would do a search for simply "sell my land" also in whatever county it's located in. So they're just gonna do the normal things that you would do if it was a house or whatever. So, because that's a lot of land, and a lot of guys like to own that much land, especially if it's like you say lakefront property, even if they have to sit on it for a while.
Right. Yeah, especially what I'm getting feedback on is just because of the price. It takes a special buyer because
let me just say this now. It can't just be retail price, right? It needs to be a price that's attractive, or it'll be a long time before you get rid of that. You see what I'm saying? So if the county assesses the property at, we'll just say $500,000 or whatever, that means you probably need to be getting it for $300,000.
Got you. So is it okay to take a county assessment into consideration?
Oh, that's probably the only thing you can't. That's probably the only thing you can use.
Okay. That helps me out tremendously. Do I have time to ask one more question?
Of course.
Okay. Going into wholesaling, I'm in a kind of weird area. It's like a hot market, but not a lot of people, outside people are wholesaling. Like I stay in the Smoky Mountains, right outside of Dolly Parton country, where it's pretty much everybody wants to come on vacation. What are your thoughts on kind of and this goes back to the wholesaling raw land. What are your thoughts into kind of doing that in a tourist area? What other strategies would you kind of give, or have you found to be working in far as with raw land?
Well, at the end of the day, it's raw land. You're going to basically do what we were just saying. When you have something that you can get your hands on, it still needs to be not retail, and you're not going to have a lot of, in most cases, you're not going to have a lot of comps to go by. So the only thing you really can go by is what the county assesses it for, and hoping they're not too far out of whack, or they're closer to probably what it's really valued at. So that's what I would do, because land is tricky like that. Now, if it has timber on it, that's a different ball game in itself or whatever. So.
Okay.
All right.
That helps me out tremendously. And I will be contacting you guys for your one-on-one coaching.
All right. Let me know, man.
Thank you. Have a good night. Okay, jumping right back into our questions online here, we have Quan Render. He wants to know, if I cancel a contract and the seller gets my earnest money, who would pay for the title search?
Well, generally speaking, if that's what you agreed to do and you don't have a buyer because your contract says you're paying all closing costs minus any unpaid taxes, mortgages, or liens, that's on you. If that's the way your contract, the terms were agreed upon. So.
Okay. Let's see here. On Instagram, we have questions on I'm hearing too many things and it's confusing. But what are you doing to get comps? How do you go about getting comps? Is what Evolve Nicolette wants to know.
If you're trying to do comps for free, normally Zillow is going to be able to give you the data you need. You just have to understand how to read it, right? And understand the mindset of an appraiser in most cases. I'm generalizing here. All right. And what they're going to go out and look at is similar houses, right? You know, people look at where this was a 3-1 and that was a 2-1. I can't compare. No, you can compare if the square footage is close. Forget about the bedroom. That's just an amenity, right?
Right.
It doesn't really factor in on, you know, the value where it may make it more attractive or less attractive. If the square footage is similar, then that's what they're going to compare by first, from my understanding and for what I've experienced over the years. All right, then you're going to look at how far properties that have sold that are similar to that property are from it. They can go up to a mile. They like to stay as close as possible. Half a mile is ideal, or 0.1 or 0.2 is even more better, especially if there's a lot of activity. 0.1, 0.2 miles is what I'm trying to say. All right, and then they're going to base it on how recent those transactions occurred. You can go up to 12 months. They can go farther out, but they like to try to stay within 12 months. But ideally, if they can find transactions that have happened in the last 90 days or even 30 days with that much activity. So you got the similar square footage, you got the distance, and you got the time frame that recent houses have sold for. All right. So in most cases, Zillow is going to default to that. So if it can be a little tricky maneuvering through Zillow, but you'll want to find the area where properties that are similar sold to that property. Normally, it's going to default to what I just said. And so now you're going to start to look at those properties and you come up with, and the numbers I'm looking for is the highest comps that are consistent with each other. Now it's just the way I do it. Other people do it different ways. All right. So when I say that, so you may have 5 comps that you see. You may see one for 200,000. You may see 150. You may see 149. You may see 142, and then you may see 90,000. So I'm going to use the 142, 149, 150 as probably what the property will sell for. I'm gonna throw out the 200. I'm gonna throw out the 90. Both of those are outliers. So that's pretty much it if you're trying to do it for free. Now with Digulator, aka PropStream, you can dig more detailing, but it's still really pulling the same information that Zillow is pulling. In reality, it's just that you can dig into the history of those particular properties also more so than what you can on Zillow. And then obviously it does a lot more than that too. So I hopefully that made some sense. You can go back 27 minutes back into this video to watch that again if you want to, once it goes into replay mode.
All right. And I apologize. That question was from official GDB from Instagram. Evolve's question was that she was having trouble getting the contract. And I think someone else wanted to know how to get the contract and did it work in California. So what you're asking about is the one-page contract that Ty's been using since he started his wholesaling career, which he's made accessible to each and every one of you. You can simply go to dealulator.com.
We'll show that right now. So
it's on your screen if you can see it. Instagram, I know you can't, but it's dealulator.com. That contract is available, and the way it's set up is that you can input all of your information right there. I normally say plug and chug your information, and from that point you can download it to email. If you just gotta print it, you can do that too.
Well, yeah, and people, and it it amazes me. I got a text on that or something earlier today. If you just want to print it out, the whole purpose of me putting this out, maybe I was overthinking. The whole purpose of me doing this is to give you a professional look when you put a contract in someone's hands. Better yet, when you email it over to them or fax, whoever, I don't know who still does fax, but it just makes it easy. And I thought, but if you just have to print one of these out, you have to put something in all of these fields. All you have to do is just add a dot in each one of them, or underscore in each one of them, and just print it out. That's what you want to do. Or what I suggest, because you may not have sell it on a price with the seller, but you want to have it in hand, fill out everything except the price, the earnest money. You can go ahead and put in the NA and existing loans and liens and the price. And then number 2, the balance due to seller. All right, just fill everything out except that and just put dots there. And then now you can print it out or whatever. And you may want to leave the date that you're going to close blank also, and place a dot there if you want in the also in the year. So so if that's what someone wants to do. But to answer the question, you can just get the copy of the contract right there on digulated.com. It's used in California. It's used all over the country. So boom, 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 boom.
Boom. There you have it. Let's see here. Lantis Moultrie says, if I'm just getting started,
yes,
and I want to start with pre-foreclosures, there are a few in my area I want to catch before they go to auction. So trying to get them before they get on the block. How do you do so?
That's basically what a lot of people will search for, is pre-foreclosures. Where are they? I just did an interview with a couple out of South Florida. That was the person that when you first got on the truck. iTrap Houses. That's his Instagram, at iTrap Houses, named Carlton and Georgette. That's what they do. They target, one of their primary lead sources is foreclosures, and they target those, and he door knocks for those and cold call, but I think he's more gravitated to door knocking on those. Now he's only looking for property. He's not trying to do any short sales or anything, but you can go and see the interview. I'll throw it up here in a second. But he's not trying to go through a short sale process. If it doesn't have the equity already, he's not going to fool with it. So that's how my man Carlton and Georgia, how they handle theirs or whatever. So I'll cover my face up and throw them up. So
all right.
So that's the video there. You can look for that. Look for that title right there. It should be close to that, and just put Flip Man behind it. Should be able to pull it up, and you can listen to that lovely couple and how they are grinding in South Florida.
Got it. And for Instagram, the title of that is how they use door knocking plus cold calling to wholesale pre-closures. You should be able to look that up and watch that video. I suggest that many of you do. On Instagram, Sexy Jersey Ting says, if you find a property in another state, will the end buyer have their team do the inspection?
You say if you find one in another state.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
If you find a property in another state, will the end buyer have their team do the inspection? I don't assume that a buyer.
Well, does he mean like the buyer in another state, or are they in another state, and the house and the buyer in the same place?
The house and the buyer are in the same places.
Well, yeah, they're gonna always have somebody look at the property for them on their behalf if they don't actually do it themselves.
Mm-hmm. I'll ask the questions. Goodness. Well, okay. Good question, C.O. Smith. I don't think I've actually seen this one before.
Well. So
it's on Instagram, but say you got a deal going.
Yeah.
And you're talking to the daughter.
Chill.
You know what? You're talking to the daughter, and she says, "Hey, it's my daddy's house, but my daddy's dead." And the title company, first thing they might say is, "We need a death certificate." Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
C.O. Smith says, "Do you know any quick and free ways to get a death certificate?"
Well, normally, I know how you do it in Alabama. You just go down to the county courthouse, and and if you're a relative, they give it to you. The Department of Health, I think it is.
I said, yeah.
Okay, DHL, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a section of it, but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would that be the only instance that you would need it?
Yeah, the title company, they're going to normally want a copy of the death certificate, depending on if he didn't have an estate or something like that, a will or whatever that was.
But then
filed
how do you go
before they
to
passed.
just say that she's the only child? Is that not the next step? Have you proved that?
Well, again, it depends on the state. Here, they would get her to sign what they call an heir affidavit, and it'll be two people not related to her father that says, yeah, she is the daughter, and that's it. That's all is required here in Alabama. You know, some states may require a different process on that. If there's only one heir of that property, then yeah, that's, you know, as long as it could be one heir and multiple heirs, as long as they're on the same page.
Gotcha.
You know, so.
Gotcha. You know what? That green screen is like she peeking over your shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Yep. No, she ducking.
Oh, I'm still ain't out the way.
You still ain't. You ain't gonna get out the way.
Oh,
No.
there it is.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. It's just like her eyes were sitting right over the chest, like she was peeking.
Boy, y'all know when I get these toys, I just, you know,
you don't know what to do with yourself.
I'm just gonna use them till they break.
Yes, no, until you find something else that replaces
find
it.
something else.
That's
too much.
Yeah.
It might be too much now. It might be too much color on the screen. Y'all let me know if there's too much going on or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you ain't got nothing moving.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
like
next.
No waterfall.
That's next. I can't figure that part out.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be driving in the car.
Yeah.
It's gonna be No ideas. Let's not give them any ideas. Lacey Leon wants to know, at what point is the EMD, the earnest money deposit, asked for, and how can you prevent it?
What?
Well, how you gonna Okay, I just read the questions. You answer. At what point is the EMD asked for, and how can you prevent it? Why would I want to?
Well, I don't even. Who's she asking from the buyer, or is she talking about with her and the seller? Well, with a seller, I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm just going to send them over. That's why you send them over a contract email versus putting it in their hands. You just send it over with the details on it. Then they got questions, but they don't even say anything or whatever. That's what I'm trying to. I only try to make this easier for you guys.
Seller, interjecting.
All right.
She said the seller.
All right. I try to make this easy for you guys. If you're trying to put a contract in somebody's hands, that's when a lot of questions come up. Send it over to them by email. If my mother has email, she can see it. Well, she just sent me. She sent me one, but she can't figure out the chain going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if she has email at 78, about to be 79 years old, everybody has it. Now, there'll be some situations they don't, but for the most part, I try to make this easier for you. But if it's a situation where you do put it in their hand, you still just gonna write in earnest money. They got a question about it. You explain it. Hey, this is what I normally do. Are you comfortable with that? They be like, no, I would like more. Or they say, I normally don't do more than X amount, whatever you're comfortable with putting up or whatever. So I normally don't do more than $100. Now, sometimes, if it's, several $100,000 property like that, I'll do more with no question. But you're talking, normally I don't do more than 100 or whatever. In most cases, 10. So $10, I mean, or whatever. So, but people, I had a guy, he sent someone a contract for $3 million with $10 earnest money.
I'm just looking at you like you a plum fool.
I'm not even going, I wouldn't even reply. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Come on, Nate. Come on now. A lot of this is generalization.
I don't even keep $10
you have to
bills
know,
in my wallet.
You have to know who you're dealing with, right?
Right.
The type of property you're dealing with. Most of this stuff worked exactly like we're saying, but you still have to understand, hey, this seller, just talking to him, I don't know if he'll take $10. Maybe I need to do 100 or whatever. You have to sort of fill them out, man. Come on. I get it. But come on now. $3 million, $10. Come on now.
That might even be 1,000 or more.
No, it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah.
They would expect 10 million. I mean, 3 million.
$3,000.
No, that ain't.
You can more than that.
I'm just gonna tell you what they're gonna probably be expecting.
What?
You can go less.
What they're gonna
but
say?
Probably nothing less than 5.
Oh, that's
probably
good.
Closer. They want 20 or 30. They want like 10% down. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be nothing if you're talking about buying a $3 million property.
Yeah, right. I guess.
10 would probably suffice. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just letting you know No, 1,000 ain't gonna no. And it's ways you can structure it or whatever. But I'm just answering our question. I got off on another tangent here.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I'll get going somewhere else quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Kelvin Prince, hey, like that name there, says, "Hey Ty," with an E.
Oh, Prince. Okay.
So I live in Nashville, Tennessee, which many homes got hit 2 weeks ago by the tornado.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh,
it's gotten kind of drowned out with everything that's going on. That was a pretty big thing.
Sure did, didn't it? That's how.
Yeah, that's how you cover up and make people
think
of something. Nope.
Somebody died the same week that Michael Jackson died. It would have been a big deal,
but it wasn't because it was overshadowed.
But it was.
Yeah, so that's conspiracy theories. Like, what is it that you don't really want us paying attention to while this is going on? Like,
I don't know about that, but
no, I'm all about that. But the tornado in Nashville is totally under the radar.
Yeah, it's like it didn't happen.
But it did, and I'm sure there's still
they got from that. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, and then some places in Tennessee are being pretty kind of hit by the virus too. So okay, the question was, in hot areas of Nashville, he wants to know how to make offers but not seem like a villain or an insensitive creep. So I creep.
Oh, you mean on the what's the name? Well, it really is really no way around it, right? Mm-hmm. But as my mom would say, to bring up again, there's a way to say anything. Okay. Right? The tone, don't even go into a price, all that. Get to know the person, see what their issues are. Some of it may be obvious or appear to be obvious or whatever, but you always want to do that no matter what the situation is. You want to build, AKA rapport, with someone. That's what I'm going to always strongly recommend, that you're going to build rapport with them or whatever. So that's what you always want to try to accomplish, in my opinion. So.
Okay. Flipman J said, "We just put $10,000 earnest money deposit on a $750,000 deal."
Yeah, I'm talking about, man. Shoot.
Yeah, hope that works out for
you. That work out for you, man. Hope that turn into 30,000, hundred.
Stack.
50-11.
Stacks. Okay, Low Parlo, another pretty hot area right now. Live in New Orleans. I'm really trying my best to get things started here. It seems like it's harder in New Orleans. I was also told this by a person who made $200,000 in 1 year. Yeah, basically, I want you not to get in.
Yeah, I can't stand on it. So you done made $200,000,
but it's so hard.
It's so hard. Can I get 50 of that? $50,000, 50 extra $1,000 in more people's lives will change their situation. 50 extra big ones.
Yes.
Huh?
You can go down and minus a zero.
I know. I'm about to say 5 extra big ones.
5 extra big ones.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be easy to blow that, but point taken.
But still.
Yeah.
Better spot. Okay.
So don't listen to that person or what we're trying to say, my man.
Farrah Fawcett died at the same time.
I was about to say that. I was about to say it.
Wow. I didn't even know that. That would have been a big.
Yes.
Farrah Fawcett?
Yes. Wasn't she Bonnet Woman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She was also stop. And
we had to rebuild him.
She was also, what was the one with the rabbit and the Fatal Attraction, wasn't it?
No, she wasn't in that.
That wasn't her.
She was in Burning Bed.
Oh, now that, talk about old school classic movie. Ooh, if you got anybody getting knocked up, man, they need to watch that movie.
See, before well, I don't want to get in that.
That's
see, well, that movie basically
Lifetime movie before Lifetime movies were Lifetime movies.
Like years ago, you couldn't go to jail.
I know.
For raping your wife, and that's what she was fighting. Domestic violence was just, hey, that's what they doing.
Charlie's Angels, that's right.
Sure was. She was her too once. She was in that too. Yeah. Farrah Fawcett?
No, sir. Bring it back. Nope. We moving on. But anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bonnet Woman. Look up the $6 million man for you.
I know who
youngsters. Steve Austin.
Yeah, before Steve. That Steve Austin they thinking about is not Steve Austin you talking about.
Or they talking about Steve Austin from wrestling.
Stone Cold Steve
No,
Austin.
real
right.
Steve Austin,
Yeah,
$6
that's
million
right.
man
Ooh.
against Sasquatch, aka Bigfoot.
You know what? Okay. So Eric Doby wants to know: have you been made aware that they're trying? Oklahoma is following in suit with Illinois.
I'm not aware of it, So, hey, deals still can be made, my man. Just partner up with an agent that's struggling and create a marketing firm, and you funnel the deals through the agent, through the broker.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay. So Lowe again says, can I continue with wholesaling even though there's a crisis? Everyone is inside. Also, I'm quarantined at home due to the sickness, but will wholesaling be a good idea at this moment? That's like, I see that like every 10th question is now. Okay. Abdul said no, she wasn't. See, she went bionic woman.
She would?
We'll come back to that. Answer low Paulo question. I'm doing a quick search. Go ahead.
What's the question?
Okay, let's just go ahead and talk about it not being a good time.
Oh yeah, see this video right here again. I got a video that came out today where we're discussing just that. Well, in reality, my man, everybody home. Boy, the cold calling ought to be just major right now, and text messages should just be major, or whatever. The people you can get, because I know we're doing and we getting good results from it. So it is what it is, man. Business is business. Up to you. You got to make that judgment call or whatever. I just know everybody at home right now. The building I got this makeshift office / studio in. The parking lot usually just packed. It's like a third of what's normally here, like a Sunday almost.
Lindsay Wagner.
Oh, I would have bet money that was
dang, should have threw some money out there.
Oh, my boy, who corrected us on that?
Abdul.
Oh man, you're right, man. I would have bet money that was Farrah Fawcett.
Oh yeah, she's Logan's Run though. They don't know nothing about Logan's Run.
They don't know about that.
Yeah, no, they don't know nothing about that. Okay, yeah.
You tripping?
I know what it is.
I know you know what it is.
It was well before my time.
Yeah, Logan's Run was good.
Yeah, it was before I was born, but I know what it is. I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah, never mind. Man, you know what? That too. Sure was. Now I'm looking at all her little a good day to die.
Next question, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. You're right. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's get that question off there. Don Ross, help me out, bro. I have a home that was abandoned about 10 years ago, and the owner passed away last year. I've paid the taxes on the house the past 2 years. How do I become the owner? Oh, one of those tax lien type things.
Well, because you continue to pay the taxes, you've delayed the tax foreclosure, lien, delinquency, however it goes in your state process, which doesn't mean you would get the property, even if you did allow it to default like that. You need to search and find out who the heirs are and try to go through them. That's going to be your best choice to get actual ownership of it. The harder it is to find them, maybe a lot of times the better the deal is, because normally if you can't find them or put it together, no one else can either. So if you can succeed in that, you may have one of those all-timers. So, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to find those heirs. No touching the face, Ty.
That's right. Oh, so you have now been dubbed by Champagne LaHaye and Mike Webb online as Uncle Flip.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
Yep, Uncle Flip. That's not bad.
I guess ain't.
No, not at all. Flipping in real estate with Uncle Flip. Hey, got a nice little ring to it. Okay, so Nikwa Working, and this is from Instagram, wants to know, how do we show the title company how we get paid? So maybe talking about that closing detail sheet.
Yeah, if you go to free close, I forgot about that website, freeclosingdoc.com. I have the free closing detail sheet there that you can take advantage of there.
Okay. Norman wants to know. We just mentioned now is a good time to start that cold calling. What is your cold calling strategy? Do you hire VAs or a local team in your area?
Well, I normally going to get someone to get to do it for me or do it with me. I'm a VA person for certain tasks. With cold calling, I prefer someone to be more of in a partnership role, just to create more of a care factor versus just doing a job, I guess you would say. They're actually in business with me. We're a team. So that's my perspective on it.
Okay. Demario, I think you mentioned this like a week ago, but which text blasting service do you use? And you might want to explain what a text blast is.
Well, now text blasting is different from some of the text services out there that cater to targeting motivated sellers. I'm going to have more on that to come, so I can't really recommend anyone right now or whatever. Just look out in the next week or two for something like that on that,
I stopped and looked at your shirt because DW said that she said your shirt you're wearing would look great in Philadelphia Eagles green.
I actually got one. I got one now.
Mm-hmm.
I had it on. No, I had another shirt. I had to skip the flip shirt on. That's green. And I pulled this up. I couldn't never adjust the thing.
You were blending in green shirt on a green screen.
Took me 20 minutes to figure that out.
Don't tell them that they asking you questions.
God. Yeah. Oh my God. If y'all don't know what it's saying, a green screen. So the way I can do that, if you don't know what this is, the way you can pull up all of these images in the rear of me is I have a green screen back here, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not like I'm got a magic wand or anything. So we'll put that back up.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Let's. Okay. Matthew Bonner says, I have several wholesalers that have deals that they forward to me, but require a $5,000 non-refundable deposit. How can I JV the deal without having to pay the $5,000 in order to do it? Man, I wish you would.
Just off the top, you just let them, man, I'm starting out, man. I don't have $5,000, but I got somebody interested in this property. If you want to deal with them, if you're serious, boom. But you're not gonna put up no $5,000 non-refundable. No. Move on. Find your own deals if that's what you're dealing with. Or find some wholesalers that are not in la la land.
Woo! Somebody calling the hotline.
Finally.
Hey, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Hold on. Wait. Whoa. Rick, you weren't on speakerphone. I'm sorry. Where are you calling from, Rick?
From Dallas, Texas.
Hey, thanks for calling in. You are our third caller of the night. What's your question?
Okay, so my question is, right now, I've been trying to get this house under contract for some time. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been trying to get this house under contract for about 3 months now. It has to do with the market the way it is right now, right? With the coronavirus and everything. I finally got in contact with the seller and I got a price from him. So I'm a little bit scared to move forward because of the situation right now that's happening.
No. You want to go ahead and move forward. You explain to them. Normally you do a due diligence period of 14 days, but you're going to need a due diligence period of at least 30 days and then an additional 30 days to close. More than likely you will close before then, but because things are so unpredictable right now, you need at least that. And also with an opportunity to extend in your agreement.
Okay.
Oh, did you get all that? That sounded real good.
Yeah. And I thank you so much for the game that you've given me. If I would have known this last year, I would have made easy over 50 grand. Easy.
Oh, wow.
So I thank God that he put you in my path. And now, hey, I'm a student. I'm sold out on you, man. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem, man. Make it happen. Let us know what happens with it.
Thank you, man. Blessings.
All right. Well, you're in Dallas, you say?
Yeah, I'm in Dallas, Texas.
If you need a buyer, hit me up.
Most definitely. I will need some.
All right. Let me know.
All right. Have a good night, Rick.
God bless.
Yes, sir.
like it now. I like what you said there. He finally got them on the phone because everybody's stuck at home now. So if you've been trying to reach someone and you can't, you keep missing them. I think cold calling right now would be the bread and butter. Get on that phone, start calling folks. They're not at work. Well, not we're talking about majority or most because you're trying to limit your what is it, the social distancing thing. Now's the time to go
Well,
ahead.
why if everybody at home, we only got X number of people watching?
Because they think it's gonna come through the phone. They've been watching. I don't know.
To accept this call.
Oh, whoa. All right. Thank you for calling. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is JD from Peoria, Illinois. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
All right. I just had a question to see how Ty will play this. It's a six-room commercial property. Would you keep it at 6 or a 4?
What's the square footage on each unit now?
6,000.
You mean total?
Yeah.
So it's 1,000 square feet per unit?
Yeah. Look like it.
Okay.
In 1930, the walls are gutted down, and it would have to be like have a vision for the property to make it flip.
What's your end game? What's your intent?
I don't know. That's why I'm calling you. What you think?
Oh. Well, you don't care what they do with it. If you're just gonna wholesale it, I thought you might want to try. You were gonna buy it for yourself or whatever.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it's a multi unit, so I want to I want to do something with that.
Oh, okay, so you want to buy it. So you have the resources to buy?
Yes, I'm gonna work with your team at the Fund and Growth.
Okay. With my man on. Okay, with Mike and all right. Okay, yeah. So if you're going, what is the area like?
The area is decent because this is a college town, and it's like 3 blocks from the college.
Okay, so what's next? What's on the left side of it? I mean, like right on the left side of it, and what's on the right side of it, and what's direct across the street?
All houses and apartments.
So no other commercial properties?
No.
Okay. What's the traffic like through there? I know you don't know. Then you might know. Do you know the traffic count?
It's a school on the same street too.
What type of school?
A grade school.
Oh, like elementary. Okay. All right. Well, it's not in a heavy retail area. What are they asking for it?
Well, they want to sell for 40.
40,000. 40,000.
38.9.
Oh, okay.
But they're not getting that retail because it's gutted and the walls are on up.
Yeah, my man. I just on the surface, I don't see, because it sounds like you're going to spend a lot of money in that property. So now you're going to have to convince some tenants to come there or whatever. You may. I don't know if there's since you say it's close to a college, there's a Domino's or Papa John's, those type of outfits in the area already. But I would, I don't know if I don't like how that deal sounds, my man. I just don't.
I called. I was like, I don't know, because it's a heavily populated residential area also, but you would have to, it's like a block and a half from the highway, the main highway.
Okay.
And then the college is going southwards, So I don't know.
Yeah, just from what you've told me again, I don't like it. I may be wrong, but
Okay.
you could.
All right. Well, thank you for giving us a call.
You the truth. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. Oh, Robin, hey from the DMV, and Ronell. What about it? Did I miss you? I probably did. I've been trying to make sure I catch a little bit of everybody. Ty, any news for the people?
What?
Any new updates? Any new sites they need to do? Any? You told them about the video with the couple. From
Like I just released the video today. As you can see it in the background, I'll throw it up here on the screen so you can see it better. Where is it?
I don't know, but I'm going to take this call while you figure it out.
Okay.
So, thank you for calling. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Kim from Atlanta.
Hi, Kim from Atlanta. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
I'm well. What's your question?
I want to find out, do I need 2 LLCs? Because I'm planning on doing wholesaling and subject to, owner finance subject to. So I want to find out, do I need 2, is that 2 separate businesses? Do I need 2 LLCs?
You don't have to do 2 LLCs. If you start to accumulate, so many ways you can go with that. I would probably do 2 if you know that's what you're going to do, just to keep them separate. But you don't have to. Let me just say that.
Yeah, okay, because I was just wondering about that as far as during tax time, because I heard some wholesalers saying that they actually use a separate LLC for their wholesale business, and typically they do the S corp. So I was just wanting to know that as far as during tax time, how would that play out?
Now that I wouldn't be able to answer for you. I don't like to get into that, the tax part of it. Seek out a CPA, explain to them what you're trying to do. And in most cases, they're going to give you the best avenue to try to give you the most beneficial tax relief within the law as possible. As far as as far as structuring your business or your soon to be empire.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Have a good night.
No worries.
Right.
Have a good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so you didn't put it up.
Put up what?
The video.
Oh, I threw up the thumbnail.
You did?
I threw up the
Oh,
thumbnail.
I missed it.
Yeah, I did it right here. I did that right there.
What's that?
That's the video that came after. That's the title of it.
Oh, that's the video that you did today with Pace and Jamil.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm slow.
Yeah,
Real slow.
yeah.
Like sick slow. Like slow.
That makes sense, don't it?
Excuse me. Absolutely it does. Will coronavirus kill the wholesaling? Well, it doesn't say that. Read what I see. Will coronavirus kill wholesaling real estate?
Yeah.
And your consensus was
No.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
But you may want to watch it to see why we say no, which I already sort of said it, but
yeah.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, Tashira, you asked the question. Go ahead and watch that video later on, guys. I'm scrolling up right now to find Ronell's question, but I have one more call coming in. Look at that. Now, y'all calling in really at the end? Hey, thank you for calling. What's your name and where you calling from?
No.
Yes, my name is. Oh, let me see if I'm live.
You live?
You live, baby.
We hear you.
That's right.
Oh, okay, but I hear him in the background. Okay, yes, I'm Gigi Clay calling from Houston, Texas.
Hey, Gigi.
Hello. Hi.
What's happening?
Hey, I have some questions. How do I get set up and started from start to finish? And look like I got my questions here.
Well, let's answer that one first.
Let's expenses.
Let's answer that.
And should I be concerned about the LLC? What type of LLC?
Okay, Gigi.
To start.
We're gonna go first question at a time. So, first question: how do you get started? Go.
Yeah. All right. How do you get started? You're doing what you need to do to get started by educating yourself first, right? So you want to take advantage of all of this free content. I put out a TikTok post I put out a TikTok post on yesterday, or it might have been the day, yesterday, one of them. It takes a doctor, and I had to look this up, a little research, between 11 to 14 years to become a physician. And they're normally anywhere from $170,000 up or down in debt after they're finished, right? And you can take out 1 to 3 months, educate yourself on all of my free information. There's others out there, but I don't think no one has as much free information in one place as I do on the topic. And at a cost of zero, and you can make more money than they make, right? So the first thing you want to do is educate yourself, because that's going to, at the simplest, you're going to succeed or have a great opportunity to succeed because you simply going to know what you're doing. That's it. So that's how you get started. Number one, to educate yourself and understand. And after all of that education, the business boils down to how great are you at generating leads on a daily basis. That's really what it all boils down to. When I say leads, that's sellers calling you saying, hey, I got a house for sale. Okay, so what's your next question?
I worked as a bird dog before, and I would never do it again because they did not pay me. Do you suggest that we use bird dogs?
Just because you had a bad experience. Just because you had a bad experience, then hopefully you won't do the same. So if a bird dog sends you a deal, pay them. You know why you want to pay them? Number one, because it's the right thing to do. Number two, because you want them to send you more deals. What fool wouldn't pay you? You know what I'm saying? That's but again, beyond just not doing the right thing, is stupid. If somebody that can continue to bring you more deals, that's just money just falling out the sky.
Before then, I didn't know about this, but what is the correct percentage to pay?
Well, as far as a bird dog, I'm normally just going to give them a flat fee. If anywhere from $500 to maybe $2,000, depending on the deal and how much of it that they're doing.
Okay.
All right. Were those your only two questions?
What does he charge? What do you charge for mentoring prices?
Just check.
What do you charge for mentoring?
Are you looking at your screen? Are you looking at your screen now?
Yes, I had to flip from screen to screen.
Okay, that's fine. Well, go back to your screen. My phone number's on the screen. Yeah, my phone number's on the screen. Just text or call me tomorrow, and I'll give you the price. The reason I don't want to quote it here because that stuff changed, and then see this video. You said so. Just hit me up. Just hit me up.
On the number that's on the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One last question. I'm not for sure which one of the Facebook groups. You have many Facebook groups, and so I don't know which one.
It's wholesaling real estate with the Flip Man. I'll put that on the screen also.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in tonight.
Hey, Flip Man. But one more thing. If I ever say, can I ask you a dumb question? That means I don't understand.
Well, no. Well, it's not a dumb question because you don't. Yeah, it's not. It's not a dumb question if you don't know the answer.
Right. I kind of just thought I put a little humor to it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm laughing. It's beautiful.
It's special.
I ain't get it.
Okay,
Hey.
Thank you all.
No worries. Thank you. Have a good night, love. Yeah, you slow. So, your ride is here.
Oh, that was a
Yeah,
super cool. Aha.
Okay, with you. I refuse. Okay, guys. So tonight, I hope has been informative to you guys. The calls have been slow. I know a lot of you are glued to your TV, your screens, your phones, concerned with what's going out here in these streets. So most definitely be safe, practice your social distancing. But I think this is also a great time for you to take advantage of the dang near 400 videos that are available to you on YouTube. Need something to do, slap your headphones in, drown those kids out that's at home for the next month. Watch those videos. In fact, have them watch them.
Remember, skip the flip. If you need to find motivated sellers instantly, nationwide database. We got that's not one of them. You want need cash buyer will split deals with me. If they're under contract, send them over. Go to dealulator.com. You need a business credit. Go to bcreditlines.com. All right, that's on the screen. Not yet. There it is. And so I'm just promoting all this stuff. Hopefully it helps you. Remember, dealulator.com. If you want to use the real estate tool of tools, aka PropStream, to make finding and doing deals easier. They're not going to do deals for you, but it can make it a lot easier to do deals. We really appreciate Adrian.
Hold on. Listen.
Go.
Okay, Ronell, I done passed by this question like 5 times, and I didn't say his name like 4 times. I done put it on screen, and I still ain't read it. I got to do that. Okay, Ronell Champ is going to be quite multi-part. So he has a 4,000 square foot home needing a full fixing, but it is so nice, and the ARV is $299. He says he needs a buyer for that. Now he has it for $142.
Well, is it livable?
He said it's nice indeed.
Okay, so we'll just say
Rochester, New York.
If we said $25 a square foot, that's what, $100,000?
Yes.
They got it for $140.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You could just do them it shouldn't be $100,000 if it's livable.
No, he said it needs a full fixing, but it's nice. So you're right. So
it's gonna be at least $100,000, maybe probably more. So on the surface, those numbers don't work on the surface.
Okay.
On the surface. But again, they may want to do some owner financing, see if they would entertain that.
Creative.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But because everybody's been chiming in on it. So the ARV $299, he has it under contract for $142, but he's stating that it needs a full rehab. So basing it off just a little quick repair formula of $25 per square foot doing the bare minimum. That's $100,000. So now you're at $242, and is at $299 a buyer? That's just not enough wiggle room. Not enough meat on the bone.
No,
for a wholesale deal.
Because 30% off of $300,000 is $90,000, so you're at $210.
Yeah, so you're already over. Way over. All right, there you have it, Ronell. Hopefully that answered your question, and I got to you, guys. Make sure you press that like button. Be safe out there. Watch those videos. Go ahead and start cold calling. Get you a script together. Watch the video on whether will the coronavirus kill wholesaling. Ultimately, we're saying no. Thank you all for being here. We'll be here next Thursday, Lord willing, 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time. Check out those multiple websites that Ty just mentioned to you. Hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or all 10,000 of them will benefit you in your wholesale real estate business. That's it.
That's it.
Flip man. It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.